Welcome to Backseat Confessions Podcast. Slide into the backseat as we listen to mostly anonymous strangers tell us stories from their lives. I'm a rideshare driver in Atlanta, and the people getting in my car have absolutely no idea I'm going to ask them to share. My commitment to you is to tell at least a snippet of virtually every story recorded in my car in the order they were told to me. My hope is that you laugh, cringe, cry, but mostly connect to these amazing people. You may find a piece of your own story or just feel more connected to the rest of us. Join us, won't you? So, hey, my new friend. This is an adult podcast. Themes and languages are definitely not suitable for everyone. Listener discretion is advised. What's happening, my friends? After putting together these 5 stories today, I can say that if you're not feeling great, then you probably will at least feel better when our ride is done. For this round, there's nothing too sad on the menu, so I'm hoping that you'll get some laughs and some inspiration as we go cruising the streets of Atlanta. I'm glad you're along for the ride today. Atlanta. You never fail to titillate and entertain us with your stories of nightlife gone wild. And then you throw in a sexy cougar on top of it, and you just have quite the adventure that's possibly unique to our fair city. Let's get it on, ATL.
Story number 106. Friday, January 22nd, 2021, 1:16 a.m.
This is about like 2016. Me and a friend, I'm gonna just call him Abraham. Me and my friend Abraham.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we get invited to a birthday party at the W.
Wow, nice
Okay,
place.
so we get invited to a party at the W and all that, and long story short, the room we were in, it was to capacity, so it was too many people in there.
Yes, sir.
So me and my boy Abraham decided to go downstairs to the bar and all that.
Yes, sir.
So we go to the bar, and we while we're at the bar, we just having drinks and whatever. Me and my boy Abraham, we just sitting there having drink, and there's a cougar there. You know what a cougar is, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, so it's the cougar. so it's a cougar in there, man. She about, I said, roughly, she's about like 45.
That's perfect.
The cougar is about 45. So me and Abraham in there, we just chilling. I think we're about on our second drink. We chilling. So all of a sudden, like, she's feeling our vibe and everything. She wants Abraham, but he's too shy.
Aha.
Yeah, so she comes holler at me. She wants Abraham, but he's too shy. So she comes holler at me.
Yes, sir.
So we're talking, whatever. She's telling Abraham how she wants him, but he's nervous or whatever. So I step in.
Yeah.
So what I do is I start talking to her. I break the ice or whatever. And me and her talking. So she's telling me how she wants Abraham, but she's peeping how he's shy. She's seeing how he's shy, whatever. So she's like, nah, I see he doesn't really want me like that. So what's your name? She started asking me my name or whatever. I tell her my name is whatever. She opens up the tab for us.
Okay.
Yeah, so I start drinking. She tell me to get whatever I want. So I start drinking or whatever. And we go to the We go to me and her, we walk off, we start having a conversation. Abraham's is still at the bar, so me and her start having a conversation.
Yeah.
And long story short, I start getting intoxicated. She starts getting intoxicated. And she's like, yeah, I got a condo across the street or whatever, like a high rise across the street, whatever. Would you like to come over? So I'm like, at first I'm skeptical because I'm like, man, it's a new time we're in, so I don't know if you're trying to set me up or whatever.
Right.
But I can see, like, she started telling me she's a businesswoman, started showing me her accolades, started telling me how she has the BMW outside. And wallahi, on Allah, we go outside. Let me just skip to we go outside. She throws me the keys to her car.
No.
We waiting for valet. She throws me the keys to her BMW, the drop top, 2-door BMW.
Wow.
She throws me the keys to it. This is the real story.
I believe you.
So Abraham is looking at me like, yo, what's going on? I'm saying, yo, bro, I'm about to get up out of here with her, man. She wants me to go to the crib with her.
Yeah.
So she throws me the keys. From when valet gave her the keys, she throws me the keys, whatever. So I hop in the car, start it up, whatever. She turns her favorite song on, turns the music up, and the high rise is right around the corner. So we go around the corner, whatever. We go upstairs to I think it was about the 21st floor.
Dang.
We go to the 21st floor, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm not even gonna lie. It was a long day for me that day. This would get interesting.
Yeah.
It was a long day for me that day, so I'm kind of musty.
Okay. I feel you.
I'm kind of musty.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of musty. So she takes me upstairs. You know, she's a grown woman, so I don't like hygiene. Probably a major key to her.
Yes, sir.
So she takes me upstairs or whatever. She takes me upstairs, and she's like, yeah. How about you jump in the shower for me?
Yeah.
Yo, so I jump in the shower. I see what's going on. She got bottles of Moet, bottles of Dom that haven't been opened yet. Crown Royal, Old Belvedere. I know you heard of Belvedere?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Old Belvedere. I think that's a vodka. It hasn't been opened yet. All on the refrigerator. So I hop in the shower. She tells me to hop in the shower because I know she smells me. I'm kind of musty or whatever. Right. So I hop in the shower, whatever. It's one of the stand-up showers. You know the stand-up shower, the see-through joints.
Yep.
Yeah, you see, she walks in the bathroom. I'm in there cleaning up. You know, I'm washing up and everything. Like, it's to the point where I don't even care, like, what's going on. Like, I don't even care about my safety at this point. I'm just sitting there with a stranger, cougar, washing up 20th floor. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not tripping. It don't matter. I'm in there taking a shower. So as she walks in there, she comes in there butt naked, like no clothes on or whatever, and starts licking the glass, like of the shower. Yeah, I swear to God on my life, if I'm lying, I would die today. This is a true story.
Yes, sir.
She starts licking the glass. So she's licking the glass or whatever. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, I know what I'm here for. I know what she wants me here for.
Yep.
So I finish up my shower and everything. She hands me a robe. It's to the point where I think like it's a man's robe, like her husband's or something. Yeah, it's like her husband's robe or something. So she hands me the big robe. I dry off, didn't put no clothes on. I ain't put no clothes on, pause. I ain't put no clothes on. I just hop right out the shower with the robe on, no clothes. We walked to the bedroom. Man, she just started giving me fellatio, man.
Wow.
She just started going crazy.
Wow.
And I'm smart. I'm not a dumb dude. I could put 2 and 2 together and get 4. She's married.
Right.
Yeah, she's a married woman.
Right.
So what it was, she's at the bar trying to prowl on younger. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
She wants the younger dudes. Like you could tell, like the relationship hasn't been going that good or whatever.
She's not been getting attention at home.
Okay, so you know what's going on. Hasn't been getting attention at home.
Yep.
So she's ready.
Yes, sir.
So she's ready. So it's time. Like I said, we walked to the room. I just got the robe on, nothing under it. She just started giving me fellatio. So I'm like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Oh man, this is all new to me."
Yeah.
So we just start going in or whatever. It was a good time. We start going in. She stopped that, got on the bed, turned around doggy style.
Yep.
Yeah, let me start hitting it. Then the nasty dude I ain't even have a condom on that night.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh.
Yeah, I ain't even have a condom. I ain't even gonna lie, man. But I'm the type of dude where I trust the vibe, like grown woman, cougar,
right.
45,
Yeah.
high rise, BMW.
Yep.
Like,
right.
come on, man.
Yeah.
I know I'm clean. I get tested. I'm clean. So I just gave her the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
I goes in there raw. I start hitting her, whatever. We start doing what we do. I start taking shots, intermission. I go back in, taking shots. So, long story short, like after I was done doing what I did, like I was in there for about an hour after all that, the shower and all that, and I finished doing what I do. This is where it get interesting.
Okay.
I leave
Yes, sir.
to go back to the W to meet back up with Abraham.
Yes, sir.
And when I meet back up with Abraham, I give him the rundown on what happened that night.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what was happening at the time. So he asked me, yo, you was going for an hour. What you was over there doing, whatever. I give him the rundown.
Yep.
So long story short, Abraham went up there, man.
No.
Yeah, I swear to God on my soul, if I'm lying, kill me, God. Abraham goes in there right after me. Like after I'm done, after the hour, Abraham goes up there. He gets the same treatment, man. That's it. That's the end of the story. He gets the same treatment.
Okay, but hold on. Does he just like pack up and go over to her apartment or condo uninvited and knock on the door? Like how do you coordinate that?
See, I go back to the W and I give Abraham the rundown on what just happened.
Yes.
So she gave me her number.
That makes sense. Okay,
yeah,
so she
I
gave
give her
yeah.
Abraham number.
And you already knew she liked him.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I knew you was a smart dude.
Okay.
So I'm at this point, I'm giving him the rundown. So Abraham was like, oh man, so that's what I missed out on. Oh,
right.
like that, I want that. So I give Abraham the number. He texts her.
Yep.
And after he texts her, I guess he started talking to her for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then he goes up there.
Wow.
Same treatment.
Wow.
And Abraham, I told so after Abraham was done and all that, at the end of that night, after everything wrapped up, we're on the way back to, everybody's going home. We're talking about the night or whatever. So Abraham was like, yo, so she had gave you fillet, like you had got head and all that. So I'm like, yeah. My boy Abraham, like he got the long beard.
Oh.
And my boy Abraham had to cut the beard, man.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, my boy Abraham had to cut the beard, man. But yeah, that was one of the crazy stories I ever, I had.
Yeah, that's
with the cougar, man.
With the cougar, wow! I'll tell you what, that's that's a pretty impressive story. Like, I mean, that's definitely, you'll have that one tucked in your back pocket for a minute. The night you and your friend Abraham got picked up by a cougar.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Yeah, this is a real story though. Like this Atlanta nightlife is different.
Yep.
Like,
Atlanta nightlife hits different.
Yeah,
bro.
you never know what's going to happen. Everything is not planned.
No.
Spur of the moment.
Yep.
Spontaneous.
Yep.
Like this is where it's one of them nights, man.
Well, and you get into that world of, like you said, of a successful woman who has her own place and her own stuff, and then her man is most likely not taking care of business, and she's decided
out of town.
He's out of town
on a business trip.
She goes on the prowl around the corner, man. it's over.
And the funny thing about it is, you say around the corner, it was like if people know where the W was at in Atlanta, like it's around the corner, literally. And
there's a gazillion high rises right there.
Exactly, one of those high rises. Like I'm looking at the W from her high rise.
Right.
Yeah, that was a good night though, man.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing about it is, you know how them cougars go. The cougars leave you. The cougars leave you like in mystery, because I called her the next day. Wasn't nothing, man.
No.
Nothing.
You were there to scratch an itch, and once that itch was done, you literally you were just a memory in the rearview mirror for her.
Yeah, it's probably like a story. She probably telling her friends this story.
Yep.
I had two young dudes that night. Like,
that's right.
Yeah. I had
totally.
two young dudes that night, because like when I guess when you're at that age, like that's a story to tell to them. Like,
well, because she knows she can still pull it, because she's still got the looks and she's still got the she's just got the whatever. Anyways, heck of a story, my man. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate you.
No problem, brother.
By the way, if one of my Muslim listeners would like to help me, I'd like to know why Abraham felt like he had to cut his beard after hearing all the details about how our new friend here had just enjoyed the same evening delight as Abraham had. Interesting. Anyways, among the many takeaways here, there is definitely the make sure you take care of mama before you head out on a business trip takeaway. Because if you don't, she just might end up on the prowl. Man, our next rider has such an unusual story. So much loss in her early life, and then the quintessential coming to, or in her case, coming back to America to follow her dreams. She is a special one.
Story number 107. Saturday, January 23rd, 2021, 12:40 a.m.
I was born in North Carolina.
Okay.
And I moved to Israel when I was 3 because my mom, she had cancer.
Wow.
And my dad left my mom because she had cancer.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
And then, we moved to Israel so she can like go to the hospital and everything.
Yeah.
Then I was 5 and my mom passed away. After that, my uncle and my aunt dumped me.
Okay.
And I grew up with them, and I really wanted to be like the cool kids in the school.
Yeah.
But I didn't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
So when I was 13, I'm dumping. I was 13 and I started to go with all the cool kids.
Yeah.
And go outside, and my uncle and my aunt, they're like my parents.
Yes.
After the dummies, they're like my parents. So they didn't let me out, and they told me you need to be home till 12 and stuff. So I just started to do whatever I want, not asking for the permission.
Yeah.
And I got arrested a few times.
Oh man.
I started to drink when I was 13.
Okay.
Started to smoke when I was 13.
Yeah.
Go out to the clubs.
Yeah.
Do everything.
Yeah.
And then one day, after a few times that I was like arrested and stuff, so the judge decided to send me to a military boarding school.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was 14 then.
Wow.
So he sent me to a military boarding school. So from 14 to 18 I was there, and it was like, I think, the hardest years in my life.
Yeah.
It was so hard. Like, before then, I barely like went to school because I was busy at having fun with my friends.
Yeah.
And that was really, really toxic, my friends. They didn't even care if I get addicted to drugs, or
they're not real
they didn't
friends.
even care about my life.
Yeah.
So I was in the boarding school, and it was so hard, but I really met like real friends that been through everything with me and supported me, and my teachers, they were so good to me, and they really cared for me. Like, before my I think when I was 13 I was in school, and the manager of the school, he told me, I give up on you. Like, there's nothing that it's to the left.
To the way. Okay.
So he said, I give up on you, and you don't even have dreams, you don't have this, you don't have that, to the right. And then so the teacher was really, really good.
Yeah.
And I've been through like 4 years there.
Wow.
So from a girl that didn't care about nothing, and I had bad relationship with my uncle and my aunt.
Yeah.
So I started to appreciate the people around me, and like I had more hope about, and then I had like, I found out I want to be a model.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So in Israel, when you turn 18, so they take you to the military.
Right.
Right.
So and you have to serve, is it 2 years?
2 years, yes. It depends. Like for the girls, it's 2 years. For the boys, it's like 2 years and a little bit more.
Okay.
But yeah. So
how was that experience for you?
So I really wanted to go to the military.
Yeah.
And teach people how to shoot a gun and everything, but they didn't want me because of my record.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I really, really wanted to, and I was sitting there and I was screaming, and I was like, no, I'm not going nowhere, because they tested me.
Okay.
And I had good results, like, I was smart and everything, but they saw that I was a little bit crazy when I was young.
Right.
So they didn't want me. They said, nah, we don't give you a weapon, we don't give you this. Sure. So I end up not going to the military.
Okay.
But I still serve the country. I was working with kids, with babies.
Very good.
Yeah. And then I told you I found out I want to be a model.
Yeah.
So I left Israel and I came here to Atlanta.
That's amazing. And you've only been here for just a few months, right?
Yeah, 3 months.
Wow.
To start my dream, and I hope that I get there one day.
Yeah.
Oh, I will.
You will. Yeah. Well, and because you're not just a pretty face, you have something beautiful inside of you, and that's amazing. So I wish you absolutely nothing but the most blessed life and success, really.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're special, and
you'll see me on the buildings in New York.
I can't wait. And I'll be like, you know what? That lady was in my car.
Yay.
Thank you so much for sharing your story, Jay.
Good night.
Good night. I wish I'd had more time to delve with her into the 4 years at military school, because she talked about how they were the hardest years of her life, but also credits them with turning her around and teaching her both discipline and, in many ways, to value herself. That, to me, is just fascinating. Also, I'd love to ask her more about why she didn't think she'd make it as a model in Israel, so then decides to come to the US to chase her dreams. Anyhow, I truly wish her all the best. Our next writer has a quick story of the awkwardness around just farting in general. There's no easy answer to this conundrum of what to do when you have the tummy rumblies in an enclosed space.
Story number 108. Saturday, January 23, 2021, 1:05 a.m.
So basically, I was on a date one time with this girl.
Yeah.
And we had just left the movie theater.
Yeah.
And so the girl, farted in the car.
Right.
She was pretty embarrassed.
Aww.
So my mom smells it, and she's like, "You guys should check your shoes. Like, did you guys step in dog poop or something?" And I'm like, "Check your shoes." And we both, we were like, "No, nobody stepped in dog poop or anything." And so my mom was like, "Did you fart?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, she asked her friend who was also in the car with us, did you fart? And she said no. So then she finally asked the girl I was on a date with, and she was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't hold it. And my mom goes, oh, don't get embarrassed. Cody used to think that his bath was a big toilet bowl. So when we used to come get him out the bath, there would be turds floating with his toys.
That's amazing.
So yeah, I guess that was just a way to comfort the girl so she wouldn't get embarrassed.
Yeah, because that can be so hard on your first date. And
yeah,
especially as a girl,
pretty
it's
tough.
even worse. Yeah.
She actually didn't go on another date with me for like another 2 months.
Oh man, yeah, I could see that. That'd be tough to recover from.
Yeah, still got her though, you know.
Oh, did you? Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
well, it worked out. I love it.
Yeah.
Well,
weird though. She's like married and living in Boston now.
Wait, wow.
Yeah, she's like 20, and I'm like, good luck with that one.
Yeah, because you're a young guy as well. Okay, wow. Married and living in Boston. Yeah. Well, hey, like you said, best of wishes to her. That's a big chunk to take out of life at that early of an age. It can be done. Doesn't usually work out, but
I'm sure it won't work out.
Okay, there you go. I've known a handful of people though that got married young and it did work out. But yeah, you're right. Most of those don't. Yeah, it didn't work out for me. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think it would work out for me either, man.
Yeah, no.
I think 40 might be my number.
I like it.
Where I'll finally be ready to settle down with that one person.
Right.
But hey, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Mr. Navy Man, thank you so much for your story tonight.
Yeah, of course.
I've heard sociologists point out that our American and Western culture in general is just not too comfortable with topics surrounding things like death and doo-doo. I wonder why that is, though. Anyways, I wish all the best to the young lady, and I hope she beats the odds when it comes to getting married in, at least by today's standards, what would be considered a pretty young age. This next ride starts off as a coming out story, but then I get super confused about what is going on and say some stupid stuff, which is par for the course, that I've decided to just leave in. Because hey, when we are engaging with people that we don't know, it can be a struggle to understand them, but it's worth it to hang in there until we do reach a place of understanding.
Story number 109. Saturday, January 23, 2021, 9:26 p.m.
Okay, so one day I was at Just Crowd with my mom, and we were just having a very great dinner, like just talking and stuff.
Yeah.
And then she told me that she went through my phone, so I was like curious as what she never do that, so I was like really curious.
Yeah.
And so then she told me that she was like that this girl had sent me this paragraph, and so I was just like confused on what she was talking about. And so she was like, this girl sent me this paragraph. And so I was like, okay. And so she asked me, do I like girls? And I was like, where's this coming from? I told her no.
Yeah.
And so then she was, because I was very ashamed of it at the time.
Aww. And now this is a paragraph that she said she found on your phone written to you, or a paragraph that was written to your mom?
Written to me.
Okay, so she found it on your phone. Okay, got it. I just want to make sure I understood that. Got it.
Yes. So I was like very like ashamed to tell her.
Yeah.
So she asked me, do I like one of my friends? And I was just like, no. Then she asked me, do I like another one of my friends? And I was like, no. So I had finally just told her that I like girls. And I was really scared. I started crying because I didn't think she was going to accept me.
Yeah.
And she told me that no matter what, she'll always be there for me. And it's going to be hard, like trying to not transition, but like it's hard trying to come out to the world because like people don't accept stuff like that.
Yeah.
People are very against it.
Yeah.
And so like then I didn't think she was going to accept it, but she was very okay with it.
Look at that. So your mom ended up being even more open, cool, and accepting than you gave her credit for.
Yes.
That's so cool. So are you bi or lesbian? How would you kind of classify that?
I would say I don't know because
You don't know, okay.
Yeah.
And that's totally fair too. Like, that's just me being curious.
Yeah, I don't. I like girls more than boys, but I
Yeah.
don't. But I still am attracted to boys.
That makes sense. Okay, so that would be like more bi, and then I know some girls have told me that they like girls more than boys in like certain sexual ways, but in terms of like actual relationships, they don't think they want to be in a long-term relationship with a girl. They want, anyways. It's all very interesting to me. So I don't know if you've even had the time to think about all that.
I have.
Okay.
I have.
So where do you land on all that?
I like girls more sexually than
Okay.
boys because I don't see boys that way.
Sure.
And I would be in a relationship with a girl, like a long-term relationship with a girl, and rather than a boy, because I just feel like boys are just dogs. But
Right.
females are too. But
Sure.
like that's.
But boys are even more. Okay,
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, fair enough. Well, that's awesome. So have you had a chance, Miss Sally, to like get a girlfriend, or
I have a girlfriend.
you have a girlfriend?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And how is that going for you so far?
I get cheated on every day, but that's just.
Well, that's a hard life. I feel really bad for you now, but
Eating is very hard at night, but that's okay.
you said eating is very hard at night?
Yes. Because like when you're sick, so it's like you can't eat. Like when you're getting cheated on, you're not finna just be eating. You're
Okay.
not gonna be able to eat if you're
I
getting cheated on.
was making sure we were talking about eating as in the sexual eating, but I was really confused for half a second. So you're saying that even though you get cheated on, you still eat, but it's not necessarily as much fun because you don't like to be cheated on. So why does your girlfriend?
No. I'm talking about like food.
Oh, you are talking about food. I'm an idiot. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Like she lose her appetite.
Yeah, like I can't eat.
You literally can't eat food.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I will delete all the other stupid stuff I said. So why do you stay with your girl if you feel like you're being cheated on? And how do you define the cheating?
Oh, I am a cheater as well.
Oh, okay. So this is like do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I follow the leader.
Oh, I gotcha. So if she cheats, you cheat.
Yeah.
Okay. This is very, very unusual. So, but then you get distraught enough where you don't want to eat food.
Because you can't cheat on me, I can only cheat on you.
I like it. So you're a brat.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's a whole category. Yeah, very cool. I like it. I'm gonna have to go home and talk to my wife about this. Be like, listen, I'm gonna cheat. You can't.
Oh my God.
And she's going to beat you up.
Oh, she'll beat me up. She beats me up. Really, she beats me up almost all the time. Anyways.
Don't cheat on her. You have a wife. See, I'm not there for that.
No, I know. I'm totally messing around. No, she's amazing. I wouldn't do that. Yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
I could never make it there.
Oh yeah, you could. Absolutely.
No, I don't.
could.
I can't. I don't see myself getting married. I don't
Really?
believe in marriage.
Okay, and that's totally fair too. Why don't you believe in marriage?
Because I feel like it's just a paper and a ring determining our love, and then
Right.
it costs us to get divorced. So, like,
Yeah, that's true.
I don't understand that.
Right. No, that's actually not a terrible argument. I mean, it's a hard one to push back against. I think a lot of people end up doing it because it's tradition and all the rest of it. But yeah.
Yeah, like just say you get married, just have like not saying that like that's what you're doing, but
Right.
just have the wedding and the experience. But like it's just a paper and a ring.
Yep.
I can get a ring and I can write a paper.
Yep. I actually 100% agree with that. I pushed back on it, but she was traditional. She was like, what? And it wasn't even so much she said for her. It was more like she said her family was traditional, so she would.
How long have you been married?
6 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, 6 years.
You have kids?
I do, but that was from a first marriage and
my.
previous life. Wait a minute, you're not supposed to be interviewing me. I'm supposed to be interviewing you. Now this has gone totally the other way.
I'm sorry.
But, no, you're good. I'm teasing you. I usually have these conversations off air. Anyways, Sally, you're awesome. I love your outlook on life, and I love your joy and your playfulness, and I think you're really an awesome human being.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing.
Oh my God.
So, the logic of this delightful young lady is definitely way beyond me. And I know part of it is just that I'm older, but ultimately, I'm happy that she was willing to share her honest feelings about cheating and being cheated on. In a larger sense, though, it reminds me that even if we're doing the exact thing that we don't like in someone else, it doesn't mean that our own internal, emotional, and spiritual world won't react like it's us that's being hurt. On the surface, it makes no intellectual sense, but at an emotional level, it makes all the sense in the world. Our last rider for the day is kind of the perfect ride to end on. I, of course, love all the riders and their stories, but I'm so grateful for the ones that are actively trying to make the world better. I know we come from different places and different backgrounds, but I just felt so simpatico with him. Like we shared the same heart or something.
Story number 110. Saturday, January 23, 2021, 11:22 p.m.
I want to start an organization the way we can stick together like Velcro.
Okay.
You know, where it could be opposite attracts. You know how Velcro stick.
Yep.
You know, it's alienated, so we ain't gonna speak on that. So basically, like my story is how my journey, how I learned it from other people.
Yes.
And the hardest thing for me is to show recognition to other people that I learned that from them. Mm-hmm. So I basically tell it through my pain and like my turmoil that I overcame to get the point I'm at in my life. Yeah. And I like my point that my life is going in right now only because I'm turning into a better person.
That's awesome, bro.
So anything that's gonna help me be a better person, I'm actually opening up new doors because God, He's allowing it. All things are possible through God. Yeah. So I'm opening up new doors and I'm finding new platforms from learning from other people more.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about some of the pain and hardship that you've been through, and then what you feel like you've learned, and then where that's ultimately leading you right now. Give me a little bit of it.
Well, actually, I'm 30 years old now.
Yes, sir.
So my pain, where it ultimately boiled down to and where it come from, is when I lost my father when I was 13.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
And I finally realized, like right now, he's with me more than ever.
Yeah.
And I'm going to embrace his soul. I'm going to embrace his company that he shared with me. Even though I remember the last words he shared, it was some of the most amazing words I ever heard.
Yeah.
And I've been searching to find them words again.
Okay.
And like, you remember that movie of course you do, Lion King, when Mufasa came in the sky?
Yep.
That's where me and my daddy is. Like, he my pops now.
Yeah. Wow.
I actually keep a picture in my background.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep, he's 18 right there.
I was gonna say that's a young looking man. So he's in that picture. He's younger than you are right now.
He's younger than I am actually.
Wow,
yep.
wow.
And look like he's just been through so much more.
Right. Yeah. It looks like you could tell he lived a hard life.
He lived a hard life.
Yes, sir. So tell me what did he say to you?
He used to always just pretty much.
No, I'm saying what were those final words? That were so
the final words he said with me is, I never not be here for you.
Wow.
And I didn't know what he meant by that. I was 13.
Wow.
Yep.
So you suffered the loss of your father, and of course, at 13 years old, to lose your father is, God, that's a tough time for a boy to lose your dad. So tell me a little bit about like your life from there till more recently, when you feel like you're
right now. How like when he left, I really lost like touch of all sensibility and all goals that I was wanting to achieve. I feel like I ain't have nothing else left.
Yes, sir.
And all what I learned with him not being here with me, he made me strong as the man I am today.
Wow.
And so now I'm gonna continue to cherish his legacy, and I'm gonna keep him in mind in everything I do, and be positive. Most importantly, to any and everybody, and give all kids a platform and give them all a chance to be what they want to be. It don't matter what color you are. It don't matter what walks of life that you come from, because it's always a chance. When I was a child, people used to always tell me this. They always used to say, of course they say don't grow up too fast.
Right.
And they always used to tell me, they used to say, I got goof on right now.
Yeah.
They always used to tell me and say, you could be anything you want, and if I made it, you can do it. And I never knew what they meant by that.
Right, yeah.
They said it. They said, if I made it, you can make it.
Yeah.
I ain't never know what people meant by that.
Right.
So I went through the storm and back, the time again, before time. We all go through that. It's a life story.
Yep.
So my story is, I actually learned from when they were telling me, if I've been through it, you can do it. So that's why I know that my job is right now is to make sure every children in America or any other country have a chance to be them. And this one thing that I got against life, of course, bullying. I hate bullies.
Yes, sir.
I hate them.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you got some dominant people that's just naturally dominant and bullies.
Right.
But you got some people that just pick on other people because of what their failed accomplishments and their life goals is not lining up into a perspective at that certain time.
Yeah.
So that now that my life is lining up, and it's at a time that now my eyes are open. I can see now.
Yeah.
So with saying that, I just want everybody to just know that God always had a plan.
Yeah.
He always gonna be there. He never gonna leave.
Yeah.
He tough. He's a tough guy.
Right.
He tough. But you always got a chance to be whoever you want to be. And if anybody telling you that you can't be there, just do that in particular to what they saying. Because contrary to belief, you was born to be here. You were born to be. God birthed you for a reason.
Yeah.
He don't make no mistakes.
Yeah.
He can't. He try. Nah. He don't make no mistake. And I just want all my up and coming children and all my adults, all my mothers, all my fathers, all my brothers, all my cousins, to just know that we alive for a reason. So it's time to partake in every other people's dream. We not gonna bring nobody down. If you got people that like to do jokes and prankster at Walmart, let them do jokes and prankster at Walmart. We ain't gonna say nothing bad about it. We not gonna alienate nobody, because like I just spoke on, I don't like bullies.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I don't like them, and I don't dislike nobody.
Yeah.
But for somebody to think they just can bring somebody down because of what you going through, and somebody else is happy, they actually might have had a great day.
Yeah.
We don't need nobody else to come and break that day.
Yeah.
So that's just my message. I love life. I always loved the life. And I can understand what other people love life too. And I know it get hard sometimes.
For sure. Yeah.
It just get hard.
It does. But part of what helps us get through, honestly, is when people like yourself that are full of positivity and love, if we all stand together, then when things are hard, just knowing that there's someone there that is not giving up and is still fighting and is still keeping their chin up and is still believing in you, that can make all the difference in the world. To have, someone like that in your corner. So I appreciate what you're doing.
And I hate to use that word never, but I never leave. I never be somebody I'm not.
Yeah.
Even if Denzel, he act.
Yeah.
He played roles.
Yeah.
The way he's somebody not, but he actually take into that person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's his job. He's an actor.
Yep.
So other than that, man, I just believe in the way we moving as people. I feel like we getting better. I actually do. I feel like everybody got a chance because it haven't stopped, and we all going through life stories, life goals, turmoil, defeat.
Yep.
But I heard somebody once tell me, say somebody gotta fail.
Yeah.
And when you fail, you know, you got to take a deep breath in, because you got to exhale. You got to inhale and then exhale.
Yeah.
Take up a deep breath, everybody. Be positive. Be uplifting. Uplift the next person. If you see them down, that should be more opportunity for you to lift them up.
That's right. Yeah.
That's more opportunity. Don't kick them when they down.
Right. Yeah.
And if you even gonna kick them when they down, don't tell them I'm about to kick you because you down.
Right.
Why you think that is though? Is it because of opportunity, or
why do I think that people hurt each other?
Exactly.
Like
why do you think?
That is a sign of an incredible amount of brokenness. So you know there's the old saying, hurt people.
Yes.
So whenever I watch somebody damaging or going after someone else because you know, like you said, that maybe there's something weird about them or whatever, I always look at the person that's doing it, and I'm the same as you. I get very, very angry at bullying. But when I step back, if I'm listening to what I know is right, if you know, it sounds like you have a relationship with God as well, and if you hear that voice, what you'll hear and you'll understand is that person, the bully, is actually also a very, very broken person. And this is not to be political, nothing to do with anything, but when I used to get so mad at Donald Trump, because he's a bully and he was a narcissist and all this stuff. And then I remember very early on in his presidency, I just had this thought come to me. I felt like it was a revelation, and it was that man never had, his dad never gave him affirmation as a child. And I knew it as clear as, I knew it as sure as if I had somehow grown up with him. And then later on, it came out in books and stuff that his dad was a cold man and never gave him affirmation. But anyway, so you see a guy like him who was a bully, and he was always like, you know, he made fun of people that had disabilities, and he did not act right. But I realized that the reason he did that was that whole persona he gave off as being this super confident guy is because he was actually he was not confident.
So that was his defense mechanism.
He was a broken, hurting little boy who's never got love and never got affirmation from his father, and he spent his entire life begging others to give it to him. That's why we always say, why don't you like me? Why don't you like me? Anyways, and you know, here he was, a billionaire who became president. So you can go all the way to the quote unquote top of life and still be broken. And if you don't deal with your brokenness, right? Because he refused to ever believe, he never would admit he was wrong. He just wouldn't deal with his brokenness. You can take your brokenness with you all the way into financial success and become the most powerful person in the world and still be totally broken. So anyways, that's to me, that's why bullies bully, is because they're very broken people. And so I try to ask God to help me remember that when I'm watching them, because I want to go hit that bully so hard, and I have many times in my life. Unfortunately, gotten into fights with bullies because I can't, like you, I just hate it.
Can't stand them.
I can't stand it. It's
just not fair.
It's not. But at the same time, they're just as broken as the next person. So what you gonna do?
So that's how I grew up. I guess I was never broken.
Yeah.
But I go through stuff, like however I go through stuff what other people go through. So I guess I ain't broken, and I'm never gonna be no bully. So basically, all you bullies, just stick it out. Wait through the test of times, and we all got potential. We all got a purpose.
Yeah.
We wasn't just born, and we are here. Yeah. So now we got to use that and cherish all our ancestors and cherish every gift and every gap that we got. And just give faith to others, help others. Yeah, we are not better than the next person. Nope. Matter of fact, we should be trying more to help the next person.
Yep.
if you can't help the next person, my grandma always used to tell me, she said, if you ain't got nothing good to say, just don't say it. Right. She always used to say that.
Yeah, it's true though. That's a good one. Yeah, and it's one of the most selfish things you can do, I believe, is to help and to love others well. Because man, it does so much for you.
It do.
Right? And I tell it to people, it's like you think you're being selfish by just concentrating on yourself and being rude to other people, and I was like, you're actually just shooting yourself in the foot.
Exactly.
You really are.
You're holding yourself down.
You're holding yourself down. Bro, thank you so much for sharing your heart. It has been an absolute pleasure, my man.
I'm telling you, I really was so intrigued by this. This one of my best Ubers that I ever been in, and
awesome.
So thank you,
sir. My friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love what you're doing. I want you to keep doing it.
Thank you. I accept that. I shall.
You got 5 more rides. This great right here. So I want to sign out and say this free, and you know the game ain't free, but it is to be sold, not told. So that's why I'm giving it to y'all. And God bless y'all, and have a good evening or good day, whatever it is. Go to church, go to work, whatever you got to go. Be positive in it. And if you see somebody down, help them up.
Yeah.
Don't kick them.
That's it. Beautiful. Words to live by.
Sign off.
I mean, what else can I add? He said all the stuff. And, you know, even if 5% of the population was to adopt this mindset, the world really will get better at an even faster rate. And yes, you heard me correctly. Like this amazing gentleman, I am absolutely convinced that we as a species are evolving and growing into something better. The question is, how fast and how far can we take it while it's still our turn to carry the torch? I really enjoy this show and these riders, and today is just another example of the crazy range of stories. We started off with a couple of guys being a snack for a sexy cougar and ended up with such an uplifting and encouraging message of hope. So that message is what I want to leave us for this next couple of weeks. You're not here by accident. Your life is not meaningless. And in some crazy way, the more you lift up and champion others, the even more valuable you both actually become and internally feel yourself. I mentioned that in the ride, but it is totally true. If you want to be happy and fulfilled in life, one of the secrets is to be kind and love others well. It seems counterintuitive, but it is totally true. Arrivederci, my friends. This is what happens when you are a rideshare driver in Atlanta and ask people for their stories. These weren't handpicked people with great stories. They just happened to get in my car and be gracious enough to share with all of us. And who knows, maybe someday you'll be in Atlanta and need to grab a rideshare and end up telling the rest of us the next great story on BCP. I'd actually encourage you to, every so often, just ask a stranger to share a story from their life. You never know what you might learn. I believe that our stories are powerful. They can make you laugh, cringe, cry, or even get you to think or feel differently. Our stories can truly make this world a little bit better place. So please subscribe, rate, and listen to this podcast and share it with as many adults as possible. It would mean so much to me. First and foremost, I want to thank the incredible writers who trusted me with your stories. You're my heroes. Thanks also to all the people in the background who have believed in this project/dream. All of the music on this podcast was found on pixabay.com, and it was free, which is an amazing gift when you're starting a podcast on a shoestring budget.